Problem number 5. 3/8 plus 1/12. What does that equal to? The first thing I need to do is make sure that the denominators are the same. In this example, the fraction on the left has a denominator of 8, and the fraction on the right has a denominator of 12. So that's a problem. We cannot add these fractions as is. What we need to do is come up with equivalent fractions that have common denominators so that we can add these together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and write this problem vertically. 3/8 plus 1/12. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to figure out a common denominator. A good method is to write out the multiples of the first denominator, 8, and then write out the multiples of the second denominator, 12, and then compare them to find that common denominator. So I'm going to start with multiples of 8. So basically we're just counting by 8. So in your head you can think 8 plus another 8 gives me 16, plus another 8 gives me 24, plus another 8 gives me 32, plus another 8 gives me 40, and I'm going to stop there. That's probably enough. If I need to go back, I can always add on to my list. All right, down here, you could think of it as, when I'm writing multiples of 12, you could think of it as 12 plus another 12 is 24, or instead, you could think of it as 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24, 12 times 3 is 36, 12 times 4 is 48, 12 times 5 is 60, and I'm going to stop there with 5 multiples. Because I actually already see a multiple that they have in common. 24 is a multiple of 8, and 24 is also a multiple of 12. So 24 is the least common denominator, or the lowest common denominator, the lowest number that they have in common. If I look below the 24, there's no other number that's smaller that they have in common, so this is the smallest number they have in common. So I'm going to use 24 for the new denominator in each fraction. To change 1/12 to 24ths, I ask myself, 12 multiplied by what gives me 24? If I'm not sure, I just come down here and I count. 1 2/12 is equal to 24. If I multiply the denominator by 2, I also have to do the same thing to the numerator to keep this fraction equal to this fraction. So 1 times 2 is equal to 2. And the reason why this works is because essentially what we're doing is we're multiplying 1/12 by 1. Think about it. Isn't 2 over 2 equal to 1? It is. Multiplying a number by 1 doesn't really change it. In this case, it changes how it looks, but 1/12 is equivalent to 2/24. All right, let's move on to the 3/8, changing that to 24ths. 8 multiplied by what gives you 24? If you're not sure, come down here and count. 1, 2, 3 8s gives us 24. If I multiplied 8 by 3 to get 24, I then need to multiply the numerator by that same number, 3, and we get 9/24. 3/8 is equivalent to 9/24. Since 3/8 is equivalent to 9/24, I can replace 3/8 with 9/24. 1/12 is equivalent to 2/24, so I can replace 1/12 with 2/24. And then I'm going to write the addition sign in between. And now I can just double check. Do they have the same denominator? They do, so I record that over here. Then I focus on the numerators. 9 plus 2 is equal to 11. So 9/24 plus 2/24 means that I have 11/24. And that's my final answer.